This is your announcer, Shannon Saint Mainframe, welcoming you to our IP Livecast. Ronnie Radke sued Anthony Fantano for defamation. I guess Rob got lucky. Not being a journalist finally paid off. Our IP Livecast starts now.
Hey now, Shannon, that's... How dare you? How dare you?
Anthony Fantano.
Anthony Fantano. She's like ribbing me now with the way I speak, the way with my accents.
That was an intentional attack on you. I didn't realize.
Yes. Well, that whole intro was an intentional attack.
That's true. That's a good point. Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the show. It's a very demure Saturday morning, according to Quick Man Cometh.
Sure is.
Very cutesy. And we're glad you could be with us. It's Saturday, August 24th. The penultimate Saturday in August. We only got one more left. And then we're in September, which is fine. There's still plenty of summer left. Don't think summer's over. There's 20 days of summer in September. Okay? It's still like almost a third left. Relax. Calm down.
Oh, speaking of flying by, I almost saw one and possibly
goodbye.
Two,
sorry.
No. Possibly two people lose their life the other day, last week.
Whoa.
Because I was walking to work from the transportation station, and I was in Williamsburg. But as everyone's listening to this, if you're not in New York City, Williamsburg is known as the very shishi, like gentrified area of Brooklyn. However, I was in the part of Williamsburg, the little small place that all the minorities and Jews have been shuttled into, that still remains. Right.
Well, there's two parts. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say
one of them.
There's yeah.
Go ahead. What are the two parts?
Well, because there's like South Williamsburg, which I feel is predominantly Puerto Rican, and then there's like the part of Williamsburg closer to the train, which also has the Hasidic Jews.
That has Hasidic Jews and a variety of ethnic groups and non-white people. So I was over there, but still, you know, the people, the gentrifiers go through there to take the train and stuff. So there's a clash sometimes. And I get to the train station and I see a like 25-year-old white kid with AirPods on the mezzanine of the train station, and like a Puerto Rican 20-year-old, maybe 17 to 20-year-old kid on the ground next to the staircase. The guy's like, why don't you come up here then? Why don't you come up here? You got such a big mouth. He's like, oh, you want this smoke? You want this smoke? And they're arguing with each other from one floor apart, right? And I just stopped and watched this. And like after like 5 minutes of arguing, the guy sprints up the stairs and just from like the fifth stair jumps and launches a right hook into this guy's face. And he's fighting back, like they're fighting with each other, and they're like sort of grappling like judo style. And I saw that they knew.
Did he know his judo well? Okay, thank you.
And but they're like hanging over the edge of the mezzanine, the staircase. They're like 11 feet from the ground. And
this is like a scaffold match.
Yes, it was exactly like a Mid-South fucking Jim Cornette and the Road Warriors. Like they were like trying to, they each one of them at some point tried to dump the other off the thing unsuccessfully.
That would have been fucking murder. Holy shit.
Yes, exactly. Oh, wow. The guy was pushing him up. You like this shit? This is what you asked for. You like this? And then it ended when the Puerto Rican guy, they started swinging again. He connected with one of the fiercest punches that I've ever seen live outside of some kind of event, you know.
Yeah.
In the street. Like, I swear I thought I saw a tooth fly out. Like, just boom, snapped his fucking neck sideways. And then the guy gave up. He's like, chill, bro. And then he goes up the stairs and goes to the train. He tapped out effectively. And I was like, yeah, you want this smoke? Like, he's like looking around like for, you know, someone to give him flowers or something. But I haven't seen a good, honest fight in a long time. Like, everyone's so scared of guns and knives that people just don't swing on each other anymore.
Were other passersby there that could explain to you what started this, or you just saw what you saw in that scene?
I asked one person, because I didn't want to belabor the point too much. I know how to go where I was going, but I saw one person. I asked one person, they were like, you know, they're just enjoying the show, I guess.
Wow. And no, you didn't film? You didn't think to bust out the camera?
No, I mean, I don't know. I feel like if the
start
guy
that shit?
sees me with the camera, he might come down and start fucking with me, and then I gotta get
Oh
into
my
a
God.
fucking
No,
fight.
he'd probably just want you to send him the video so he could share it with his
Yeah.
friends.
Probably right. Well, maybe
Also-
someone filmed it.
Also, what perfect excuse to whip out your Mormando.
Oh,
No, I'm not looking for fights. If the guy swung on me, I'll fucking try to knock him out.
but you do have refereeing experience. You could have gone in there and just made sure it was a fair fight and given him like a standing 8 count and all that stuff.
I certainly wouldn't have. I would have penalized both of them for trying to murder the other person. That's a definite. That's a no-no in any organized sports. Murder, attempted murder.
Wow.
No, Rob, you think I'm like going around looking to get into fights? Like maybe when I was 20, I was like that.
What did I? I'm not. Sid suggested it.
You said I should have shown my Mormando skills.
Yeah, Rob, you said that. So we need to
I
go
did
back
say
to the
that.
replay again.
No. I admit to saying that one.
Are you confusing me with Mark B, our friend? Or,
Well, certainly things may have changed, but I do always feel like, especially at wrestling shows, when there would be a confrontation, you would escalate. You'd be like, "What? Do you want something? Is there a problem here?"
all those people were being initially obnoxious with me, though. That's like was already directed at me, and I would take full responsibility for being kind of an asshole and not de-escalating. I agree, but that was you're talking about all like 20 years ago. I'm a different person.
Certainly, yeah.
And you're at a fucking wrestling match. Like everybody's sort of like it's an agitated kind of space.
Yeah,
so
we're in front of
sort of ready to either watch a fight or be the fight. You know.
Yeah, like we're
so
in
Darren,
front of a church's chicken here, not a fucking MMA event. Go ahead.
So you're implying that I shouldn't use something that you did 20 years ago against you, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Kind of like if one of us got the other arrested 20 years ago, it shouldn't be used against them still 20 years in the present. Right, Darren?
Well, go ahead, Sid. Defend
I
me.
will say the difference is Darren getting into it with people at a wrestling show never got Rob punched in the face.
Right. And
So
if it did, you should legitimately.
So then I could still bring it up 20 years later if it did.
Yes. And also, I'm fucking kidding when you bring it up. When I bring it up, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, we're all just kidding, folks.
I'm really not mad about that. Comedy show.
So let's talk about the story that Shannon Sane Mainframe alluded to at the top of the hour, which I think is kind of crazy. I'm a little biased, but I do feel it's like one of the biggest stories of the year, which is that a musician sued a journalist for shitting on him. Not literally, of course, metaphorically shitting on him.
Well, as far as we know.
Yeah, musicians have odd tastes.
Like when I saw this story, which is Falling in Reverse frontman Ronnie Radke sues Anthony Fantano for defamation. Anthony Fantano, his nickname that he coined himself is the Music Nerd. He's essentially a YouTube personality that got really big doing album reviews, and he would do reviews for all genres, not just rock and metal. He would do hip hop, pop, anything. And he built up quite a following.
The Music Nerd or the Needle Drop?
The Needle Drop is his website, but yeah, but his catchphrase when he signs in is like, "Hey, Anthony Fantano here, your resident music nerd," or something like that.
Have you ever met him?
Never met him IRL, but we interacted online a few times.
Always positive?
Flame War?
Yeah.
Oh.
One of my the first memory that comes to mind is when I interviewed the Iron Sheik and got him to critique musicians like Lemmy and like fuck him, he don't share the coke, etc. He commented on the video like, "Oh no, you're trying to put me out of a job here." So I always appreciated that.
What I read about this lawsuit is that he shit all over Ronnie Radke, and then Ronnie Radke tried to kiss him, and he said, "I can't kiss you. You got shit all over your face."
So this is just a spurned lover
Yes.
situation.
Well, also the thing about Ronnie Radke that really annoys me is
Be careful, Rob. He might sue you next.
I know. He's got a very large following, although he keeps losing it because he keeps getting his accounts banned for.
Do they still do
saying
music,
something
or is he
stupid.
just a personality?
Yeah, no, they do. Falling in Reverse is very successful, which I don't really understand.
Are you going to do any trivia contests outside of their next local New York City show?
I shan't.
Like just asking the fans, like, which is the correct sexual harassment lawsuit and which one you made up?
I was going to say, is it true that Ronnie Radke said this, and then just quote him? Like, no, it's true. He really said this. Quickman Comment says, falling in litigation. But the thing about him that really annoyed me is, he has like 1 million followers on Twitter, and some nobody with
Rando.
200, some rando with 200 followers will tweet like, "Oh, I hate Ronnie Radke. He's such a piece of shit for whatever," and he will go and he will vanity search, which means searching for your name when you're not tagged in the post, and he will find these posts from these nobodies and quote tweet them and essentially sick his fan base on this person with like this nobody with 200 followers. And then they get, I don't know if they get that, but like, they get cyberbullied for what's wrong with you? You're a big famous celebrity. Find something better to do with your time.
I will put an asterisk on that. Like I would say there's a point somewhere, a threshold, where that is a useful thing to do. If they're saying bad enough things like making death threats or saying that they want to rape the person or something, good, sick your followers on that.
But if it's just like this new single is trash, then
yes, exactly.
Maybe let that one go.
He's a personal insult. Yes. Yeah.
But I also have to think if he legit spent all his time doing this to any negative tweet of any level that he got, then he'd have no time to do anything else. Yeah. So he must be selective on some level, right?
You're right. I don't know how much hate he must get. It's not like I follow this.
No.
But yeah, to some extent, I agree with you. But like he just would do this so many times that I just remember being like, dude, like who is around you to just be like, stop doing this?
Nope.
Like you're. Yeah. I don't know, like where his management is, whatever. Anyway, so, and he has a very checkered past as well.
Yeah,
we've
no talked saint. About him before.
Yes, we've discussed some of his stuff before. That's why, like, the whole thing about this is just like, if I was still active, this could be me being sued, and I would not want that. So,
well, but like the post mentions that he asked, like, so Anthony Fontano. Yeah. Did some YouTube video just
right. Yeah, I was going to go through
and Radke like asked him numerous times to take the video down, and he didn't. So I feel like if you got asked numerous times to take a video like that down, you would eventually just take it down because it wouldn't be worth the trouble. You already got the hits that you were going to get from it. Okay, right. Fine.
The money's been
made. But this
made.
guy just refused.
Well, I don't.
Not saying that that's his fault. And he deserves
I don't
to
think exactly. Yeah, I don't think he. So Anthony Fantano, the music critic known as Needle Drop on YouTube, got into a squabble with Falling in Reverse frontman Ronnie Radke. This is a report from StereoGum.com. He called one of the Scene band's songs gross and tacky as fuck, which led to a Twitter fight in which Radke said Fantano is like the Perez Hilton of music critics. Looks 25 years older than he is, and nobody will care about him in 3 years. Okay. Fontano later posted a video about Radke titled, "This Guy Sucks," and now Radke is suing Fontano for defamation. According to Rockfeed, our buddies at Rockfeed, the lawsuit was filed on Tuesday in Los Angeles County Superior Court. It claims Fantano's video, which was shared in August 2023, exceeds the bounds of permissible commentary and ventures into actionable innuendo, unfounded rumors, and outright falsehoods. One of the issues Radke has with Fantano's video is that he displays a since-deleted tweet that calls Radke the Bill Cosby of alt music, essentially accusing him of rape. He also displays other tweets from people accusing Radke of assault and says Radke uses his Twitter account to harass his accusers, which Here you go. He also mentions Radke's 2015 sexual assault allegations. Radke repeatedly asked Fantano to take down the video, but Fantano refused. Radke is a notoriously difficult person. With the 2015 sexual assault allegations, the 40-year-old spent some time in prison for battery with a substantial bodily harm, arrested for domestic violence, was arrested for injuring a 16-year-old girl.
He's so difficult.
Mic stands. Very difficult.
Raping is so difficult.
Yeah. Well, they try to run away sometimes. It's the whole thing.
I guess this isn't the first time he's used lawsuits. I guess so. This linked to an article where in 2015 he filed a civil lawsuit against a woman who accused him of sexual assault. So, to me, here's the thing. I think this is very. I'm trying to use my word carefully. Like, I don't know if cowardly is the word, but in the vein of cowardly, because he's basically using his money now to bully Anthony Fantano. Because all this is
I'm going to tie you up in needless
legal
litigation
fees.
just to fuck with you. Yeah.
And you don't understand, like, Anthony Fantano has to get a lawyer now. He has to. Mm-hmm. He cannot do this himself. Like, if he does this himself, the chances of him losing are much greater. So he has to get a lawyer. Lawyers are not cheap. Even though he might be in the right or wrong, the lawyer still has an hourly fee of hundreds of dollars an hour that Fantano now has to pay. And every back and forth email is a few $100s, essentially, of this lawyer's time. And negotiating with the other legal team, going back and forth. This is going to end, in my opinion, one of two ways. Number one, the judge sees this and throws us out and thinks there's no case, which I think there's a chance of, but who knows? Number two, the only other way is Fantano's going to have to settle. Eventually, it's going to start being so expensive
that he'll just take down the video and hope that that's enough.
Not just take down the video, or take down the video exactly, and or they have to come to some sort of settlement. He might have to pay Radke something.
Jesus Christ! Yeah.
Good times. Couldn't he countersue for legal fees and all that stuff? If it's such
a he could. Well, if the judge throws it out, he absolutely then will have the way to sue Radke for all the legal fees and probably some damages too.
I think it's always
so stupid.
It's hilarious when these like you can see who's a narcissist and who's not by when one of these artists gets attacked by a journalist and they start talking about what he looks like. Like the guy looks 12 years older than he is or whatever he said. Like, who gives a fuck? He's not he's not a model.
YouTuber who talks about albums.
Yeah, like if he's a journalist, go after his syntax.
Can we get Rob? Can you cue up a picture of this guy? Let's see if the criticism is accurate. Let's do a hot or not of Anthony Fantano.
See what a home play looks like.
Here, this is the video that's getting sued over, which, by the way, is still up.
Regular looking guy.
Yeah.
Would you smash Rob?
I would not smash. He's not of my appeal.
Hi everyone, Anthony.
Got to get rid of those.
He actually does
John
have
Lennon glasses. Got to go.
He's got a fan base in the gay community for his thick thighs.
Why are his thighs a known entity? He's a music reviewer.
I guess he posted some. He was posting some of his squat form at the gym on his Instagram or something.
All right. Well, you know what? I would sue him for doing that. Yeah. So good enough.
Was he squatting on a photo of Ronnie Radke and taking a dump? That you could sue for.
Can I pitch what I think is the perfect way to resolve this case? I think this should be taken to the court of Judge Steve Harvey. I think that's about the level of merit to this case. And I would love to see what a sensible person like Steve Harvey thinks of Ronnie Radke walking into the courtroom.
Yeah. Here's the sentence coming down.
You better get your ass in this water.
Drown him. Drown Anthony Fantano.
But also this guy, Radke, like the first single off his most recent album was all about how mainstream media is trying to cancel him and how he's anti-cancel culture and how you should be able to say whatever you want.
Well, yeah, so he'll sue you if you try.
It's to your point, Darren, of the narcissism. It's like, I should be able to say anything I want, but if you say something that bothers me, I'm going to go crying to my lawyers.
When did this latest
Allegedly.
album come out? Is it like new,
Last
like
year.
brand new? Last year? Oh. Because I was going to say this is good publicity to get.
And here's the thing: he's on tour now. He just has a new single. I'm sure. I just remember. So his girlfriend is in AEW, and she uses his song as her entrance. And I don't listen to Falling in Reverse. I am not a fan. It does nothing for me, and his personality turns me off.
Yeah.
But because I was at this wrestling event, actually, Darren, I think it was the Grand Slam that we were both at. Which I guess might be 2 years ago now. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
The Grand
That was
the Arthur
September.
Ashe?
Yeah.
I didn't go to that.
We did go to one together.
The Grand Slam?
Yes. We went to
No.
one at Arthur Ashe together. Yes.
I don't think we went together.
We absolutely did in Queens in 2022.
In the Arthur Ashe Stadium?
Yes.
No, I'm telling you, I didn't go.
Yeah.
What was that the one with?
Which was the
You
AEW
went.
show that we went to? That you and I went to.
We went to a bunch of shows. We went to one.
We went to one in Long Island
Nassau
at
Coliseum.
the UBS. Yeah. Well, it was UBS. It was in Nassau Coliseum.
Yeah, right.
But then we went to one in Arthur Ashe because it was you, me, my boyfriend Lawrence, and then my wrestling bros, the Four Horsemen, and you met them.
I met them. I think that was at the UBS show, though.
No, that was at Arthur Ashe. They never went with me to the UBS.
What was the
show.
card at the Arthur Ashe show? Was it Brian Danielson and Omega?
No, that was the year prior.
Okay.
No, because remember at the end of the night we snuck down and we mocked the guy who like didn't care. Like he was
I
just,
remember
like,
all of this. I remember all this.
that was at Arthur Ashe.
I don't think that was the state. Maybe I'm mixing the stadium up.
I am 100%.
Do either of you
positive
guys keep
it was at
records of
Arthur
this
Ashe.
in your like phone calendar or whatever? Can somebody go back and look?
Let's
and
see.
see what
Let's
the
see if I have
entry
a
is?
photo of us at Arthur Ashe
Oh
Stadium.
boy!
I'm not. My memory has
I'm
been
telling you,
known to be faulty. But I remember
Yeah.
doing all of this stuff. I don't.
Yeah,
I
that was 100.
I remember
Yeah, we saw
reading your-
Muta. Remember we saw Muta and Sting. team
Yeah,
up? Yeah. So that was at Arthur Ashe.
Okay.
See, I have the photo of Muta and Sting.
I'm not arguing with you.
This is.
I just don't remember that being at Arthur Ashe. I don't remember going to Arthur Ashe. Maybe it's a hole in my memory.
Maybe you
Sounds
just
like
hate black tennis players and you have erasure, Arthur Ashe erasure.
Oh,
In your mind, it's the Jimmy Connors Stadium where you saw that show.
erasure. That's how Shannon would say it. Arthur Ashe.
So yeah, my sympathies with Anthony Fontano because man, I do not want to incur these legal fees. We got hit with some bullshit lawsuits back in the day.
Didn't the estate of Jeffrey Hanneman send you
No,
a
they
cease
never-
and desist?
No, they gave up very quickly.
Okay, it never got to the lawsuit
It
phase.
wasn't
It was
Jeffrey
just
Hanneman. No, it was Slayers. It was like Slayers. It
Yeah.
wasn't even their lawyer. It was like someone at their label or something.
I just
He wasn't-
remember whatever the legal thing they sent was. It said Jeffrey Hanneman on it, and we made fun of that on the show.
Oh, maybe it was his personal lawyer, but it was very kind. It was like, oh, maybe if you include a link to buy the song and or so, which I ended up. I did end up doing that. So
Well, to
Was
be
that
fair,
connected to the Tamaraya Scream thing, or was
Yeah,
that
yeah.
a separate thing? Okay.
You really. I don't want to take Slayer's side, but you shouldn't have spring loaded his family's mailbox with a giant spider to jump out at them. That was kind of messed up. Like I get it. He's kind of a douche. He was kind of a douche, but that was over the line.
Come on now.
R.I.P. a legend.
Last week I went to see King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
A noisy band.
Yeah, and so I went to see them at Forest Hill Stadium. Have you guys been to this venue?
A few times.
It is a lovely venue. I really like it.
Now, what goes
I really-
on there, like it's sports wise, other than
I don't know that
Tennis.
they do sports at
They
that
do
stadium
tennis there.
anymore.
Yeah.
Still?
Yes, there was something today even.
Oh wow. Okay.
What wasn't there something like I don't maybe not arena football, but some kind of fringe sport that used to have their home games there or something? I don't know. Might be remembered.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Just
It
like
The only
is
thing
in
that
a
stuck with
sports
that one-
complex.
Getting there is fucking horrible unless you live
Yeah.
in Queens.
Yes,
But once you're
Well,
there, it's very nice.
it's really out of the way. If you're in the neighborhood, it's so convenient because you can just walk to the stadium, and a beautiful stadium with great sound. And
though people who live in the
acts.
neighborhood fucking hate the stadium. There's
that's what I want to talk about. So I have my buddy Anthony, who's been in the show.
Anthony Fontano.
Anthony.
Sorry, Anthony Rivera. Rivera. Anthony Rivera. He lives actually near Forest Hill Stadium, not too far away.
Within earshot or no?
Not within. Actually, his previous apartment, he said, because he lived like on top of a hill, higher up than the stadium, he would be able to hear the concert.
Depends who's playing. Like King Gizzard, Wizard, you're gonna hear it.
So I picked him up, and he actually informed me how I'd have to park essentially half a mile from the stadium because the actual stadium is in a private residence area where all the streets are permit parking only. Like, you will get towed if you park there. And this private neighborhood is fucking insane. Like, you literally cross a barrier, like an archway, that tells you you're now in the rich part of town.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And it's a half mile schlep to the stadium, and then whatever, you get in. Once you get in, though, it's really, really nice. I very much enjoyed it. King Gizzard were fantastic. They played a 3-hour set. That was the advertised thing. We did not stay for the whole 3 hours. We stayed for most, like 2.5. I realized ultimately I love leaving at least 1 or 2 songs before the end just to beat the rush.
Yeah.
I don't want to be trapped. I want to get out of there.
But isn't that like the best part? You're leaving like usually the opener, and then there's a lot of sort of downtime in the middle, and then the end is the best part. So
that's the beauty of technology. I mean, I wouldn't say so much with this show, but with most shows, the performance is consistent throughout the entire tour. You could look up the set,
and see what you're gonna miss.
And it's like, oh, do I really need? Oh, I've heard this song 50 times. It means nothing to me anymore. I'm out of. I'd rather be in my car and not shuffling behind 2,000, 5,000 people, whatever, than dealing with it. Plus, like, I've already seen them for 2.5 hours, so it was fine.
Yeah, that's a fucking long fucking time.
Yeah, it was fun.
Long.
I paced it excellently. I brought 3 joints, 1 for every hour. So I was pleasantly zonked. And it's so funny because there was a big jiu-jitsu tournament.
On stage with them? Oh.
No, last weekend in Las Vegas. But it was streaming on YouTube. It was the Craig Jones Invitational. It was very exciting to watch. I was watching it throughout the day. And then I turned it off I was like, oh, I got to go to the show. There was a very attractive young lady. One row in front of me. Right in front of me. She was really feeling the music, and then she would keep pulling out her phone. I'm like, why does she keep pulling out her phone? Of all things, she was watching the Craig Jones Invitational Tournament on her phone.
Yeah, I saw you post that.
Yeah, it was amazing. I was watching it over her shoulder, and we would like she would like I commented. I'm like, I think it's so crazy that you're like of all the people that I would sit behind, the one person that's also interested in this tournament is watching it. And so like her and her boyfriend would watch it, and then they would turn to me like, did you see that? I was like, yeah, that was a crazy joke. Wow, I can't believe you got that.
Did you do some sparring between songs?
I did challenge her boyfriend to a flow roll, but it was
my God.
Homewrecker.
Yes.
No, it was really fun. It definitely added to the enjoyment. And so as we were leaving, though, we left as the show was going on, and I was kind of shocked at how far away we were where we still heard the show. And Anthony would tell me that, like, oh, these rich people, they're kind of getting annoyed at this venue now because the venue is like they're kind of pushing the limits of what the rich neighborhood agreed to. Like, the neighborhood agreed to like 10 shows a season. Now they're up to like 25 shows a season. And so apparently for this show, it became a whole ordeal where they got written up in the New York Times because of the record amount of noise complaints.
Oh, wow.
From because of just how loud it was. Like, this one guy said his whole apartment was shaking, who lives like a block or two away from the stadium, and a nonstop rattling of windows and shaking doors. Douglas Gilbert, who lives 600 feet from the stadium stage and who was part of a lawsuit against the stadium, said his house has become unlivable during concerts. Multiple lawsuits. Because, I want to mention, by the way, this is an open air field that the stadium is in. There's no roof. And yeah, they clearly aren't really muting the sound that much at all. And the loudest roar was the audience, really, in between songs. Like, that's what I really hear. And the bass. So it's hard. On the one hand, I'm like, screw the rich people. But on the other hand, I mean, I get their plight. I understand.
It's a reasonable complaint. I mean, they moved to a certain place to try to, they didn't know if the stadium was going to pop up and start blasting music.
Right. The stadium is relatively new as well. So, so it's interesting, but they were in violation of local regulations, apparently.
So they just get fined?
Yeah, I guess they get a summons.
Who does? The venue or like
the venue,
bands have to pay anything?
I don't think the bands have to pay. I think it's on the venue to
if they want to keep booking
sound levels.
acts, they better not be charging the bands for that shit. They better eat that cost.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why would any band be like, yeah, we'll play there, and then fucking get sued and be fine? No, thank you. That's got to be on the venue.
I agree. That doesn't mean they're going to be ethical.
Yeah, true. Has the venue done anything to try to appease the neighborhood? Like,
so
tickets or
bake sale?
Well, there's a lot of tax revenue. First off, like that's what the residents get is revenue for that goes into fixing their roads and shit. But beyond that, they've done sound mitigation. They've put in various forms of soundproofing, but the counter to that is like critics are saying it's just like a Band-Aid on a large
well, if
wound.
this guy's saying that his house is shaking, then soundproofing isn't doing much.
How can you soundproof like an open band shell type, stadium? You can't prevent the sound from going into the air.
Yeah, exactly.
But King Gizzard were very, very, very fun. They really brought it. Like,
I don't think I've ever heard a song by them.
I only know a select number of songs, so it's not like I knew the entire.
Well, now you know fucking
set.
3 hours worth of songs.
But I really, really enjoyed. At no point did I feel bored, or I guess I was also being distracted by the BJJ. But the music itself was great.
Glad you had that other J in there.
Yeah, I was about to.
No BJs in the stands. No, sadly.
Was there an opener? Or was it just them?
There was an opener, but we didn't get there. The show started at like 4:30 or something and ends at 10. So it's like,
I guess that's probably also to appease the neighborhood a little bit, right? I've heard. Yeah. Start.
The 10 p.m. is the hard curfew. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Which makes sense. Even that almost feels like it should be like 9:30 even. But
like
how do you end a rock show at 9:30? Yeah. But interesting stuff. Interesting local drama.
Yeah. I've seen the Replacements there, and I feel like at least one or two other shows, but I can't remember who. But I know I saw the Replacements there, and it was very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
But I haven't been there in a while.
Checking in with one of our favorite Livecast memes, one of the new hot artists that we discovered before she broke big, Sexxy Redd. She has a new line of lip gloss.
She is really huge now.
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
It's like if Kaya became like a top 100 Billboard artist or something.
Kaya walked so Sexxy Redd could run.
I mean...
She can't run. She's bow-legged.
Run to the clinic.
So here are she's selling a lip gloss pack, and here are the flavors.
Oh.
One of them is coochie juice.
Oh. Do these taste like what the names indicate, or?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what flavor. One is booty hole brown.
Yeah, it's her famous tagline.
I like the next one. It's so simple and clean.
Nut. Just nut.
You so crazy. You a nut. You crazy.
Oh, I thought it was a bust of a nut.
I was cleaning it up. Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Of course it's that.
Now, to complement the booty hole brown, there's of course pussy hole pink.
Listen, some days you feel like a booty hole. Some days you feel like a nut. Some days you feel like a pussy hole.
But those are also like her lyrics, right? Isn't that in one of the songs that we played from her?
Booty hole
that
brown.
At least is just a direct quote.
My pussy pink, my booty hole brown.
Yeah.
Then it's for those ladies of the night that have just been out with too many fellas. There's the flavor yellow discharge. Don't you just hate it when you just had too much sex and have a little yellow discharge?
So many things here I want to put on my lips. I can't decide.
Then there's just plain old gonorrhea.
Yeah. I feel like this is overloading the consumer with too many choices.
Option paralysis over here. Of course, every man knows how it feels to have a case of blue balls. That's the next flavor, blue balls with a Z. And finally, for those of you who like a little crimson on your lip, sex on my period is
I'm really curious as to why the Z on blue balls is the only like alternate spelling of any word on any of these. Everything else is spelled correctly.
And by the way,
the only plural too.
Some high level SAT words like gonorrhea spelled perfectly correctly.
Yeah. Discharge.
Sid, I remember I was just listening back to the very, very first Sexual Jeopardy.
Oh.
And there is a question about sex on a period. And you came out as a big proponent of that in the video.
Really?
Saying that you and I was asked whether I enjoyed it. I said no. And you said, what? It's great. It's like stabbing her with your cock.
Yeah, well, it's just a joke.
No, I know it's a joke. Yeah. I wasn't criticizing you. I'm just saying
in general, I'm not a proponent. If I tend to not bother if that's going on. But
I thought the joke was about the stabbing, but you actually did like it though.
No.
Oh, okay.
Nah. I mean, if it's at her place and it's her bed sheets that we're messing up and I don't have to do laundry, then sure, I guess.
This whole time I've been misled. I really thought that you did like that.
Nah. I mean, it's not bad other than
do people like it or just tolerate it?
No,
I'm sure some people
lots of women like it.
Yeah.
I have, put up with that on occasion, but I really, really do not like it. Yeah. Thankfully, when I was married, my wife did not like to do that either, so I didn't have to do it. But yeah, some women just become extra horny when they're on their period.
Rob, did you ever make anyone bleed?
Well, I'm sure. That's inevitable, right? With gay sex, isn't it? Or I should say anal sex of any kind.
It's an audio podcast, Rob. Say some words.
Rob, come on. I don't take too much. I mean, I feel like even a 4-inch cock would make some ass bleed.
Very rare, like 1 or 2 times.
Ever or like a month?
Ever. Ever.
What if the guy's into that?
I once got a little too frisky with a rim job where like I cut someone with my tooth.
Oh, wow.
Well, just
biting or just a slip?
Like a slip, yeah.
You weren't intentionally biting.
No. I mean, there's a little nibbling, sure, but
certainly what? Not, like a
not
hemorrhoid?
Like that.
What's
no, just a chunk of flesh.
A butt cheek. Okay.
Oh, that's not even rimming. That's like.
But no. But that's what I would nibble. I'm saying, but this wasn't.
Oh, I see.
That. This was just like I slipped and like got my tooth on the.
So it was an attempted nibble that turned into a chunk of flesh.
Wait, was it the hole or the cheek?
The hole.
I have so many questions.
But it wasn't a nibble. It wasn't an attempted nibble. It was just like a slip of the.
Attempted nibble, by the way, is the episode title.
Listen, if you had some Sexxy Redd lip gloss on, that probably wouldn't have happened.
Well, I wouldn't have even noticed.
Which flavored lip
right.
gloss would you wear for that particular act?
Gotta be
If
booty
you had
hole
to
brown.
tailor. Well, Rob might have an alternate opinion.
See, I don't know. I'd need to see. I wouldn't want there to be brown on there. It's not a good visual for me.
That's
Maybe
a good
sexed
point.
on my
Also.
period since you made him bleed.
That might be. Well, he wasn't expecting to make them bleed though. But
Yeah,
like,
I guess pussy hole pink because the
Right.
It's
the
a boy
booty hole.
pussy.
Bussy
The
hole.
booty hole, the bussy hole looks like a pussy hole.
She should make a new flavor, bussy hole bink, and then you. Wasn't that one of Jerry Lawler's dwarves at the Survivor Series?
Yeah. Here's Sexxy Redd talking about the brand. We have this quick little video, 30 seconds.
I got a lip gloss brand, and the name for my lip gloss is something that nobody would have ever thought of. I got one called Nut, and it's the color of some nut. I got one called Gonorrhea. It's green like gonorrhea. I got one called Yellow Discharge, like how girls
didn't
be
know
having
what
yellow
color
discharge.
gonorrhea was.
Booty hole pink, booty hole brown, coochie juice, and coochie juice is clear with silver glitter. It's cute, like the cute, and it smells good, and it's so like people gonna talk shit, but other people was like, you is a marketing genius because the sold so fast and it smell good too. I be thinking all out the box. It's not even on purpose. It's just like my brain helped me think outside the box to do some crazy shit. I got a lip gloss.
I love that like shit has to be censored in this video while she's talking about pussy hole pink.
Yeah, I mean, listen, no one can say that that's not a brilliant market. I mean, she knows her own brand. And she's marketing to the people who like what she does. Good for her.
100%.
It's not even on.
What's she gonna do? Put out like cherry raspberry fucking lip gloss? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, go with the gonorrhea.
It's not even on purpose. It's just like my brain helped me think.
My brain.
Yeah.
She is a smart lady.
Girl boss.
Kudos to Sexxy Redd.
I think what you said about it makes a lot of sense about you don't want brown lip gloss while eating ass because it's like serving red wine with red pasta. It's like not a you want a counterbalance.
Well, that and just the practicality of if you're eating ass, you might once you're done want to know if you got shit on your lips. And if your lips are already brown, then it's going to be harder to tell what's what.
Yeah. Did she say whether the booty hole brown is brown, the actual product?
I have to think.
No, I think she was kind of saying like it's obvious it's brown. There's booty hole brown, there's pussy hole pink.
Okay. Because who knows? Maybe it's just a name. Maybe it's what you put on to go down to do the booty hole brown thing.
Yeah. And it's clear, and then the booty hole makes it turn brown. It's like an invisible ink situation.
Yeah. You supply the booty hole and the brown.
The fecal bacteria activates the secret color.
Brown not included.
Maybe it could be like lip gloss that depending on what ailment you have, it turns a different color. So while you're eating ass, you're also doing a diagnosis on the person.
Wow, scientific miracle. To see her brain who came up with that.
Isn't there like cat litter now that'll tell you if your cat has like a urinary tract infection or something? So it could be that same technology.
Oh wow!
Like you eat the ass, like I think you need to see your urologist. There might be a prostate issue.
I heard booty hole brown flavor. It tells you if you have a third ass cheek.
Rob, guilty as charged.
I'm going to a sports medicine doctor to check out my butt. I'm excited about it.
Wow, what made you
so
do that?
Falling down a staircase counts as a sport now?
Well, no, because I've been doing jujitsu and the other side of my back is starting to hurt me, and I'm worried I'm overcompensating with the other side, so I want to get them both checked out. So updates will occur. There's a place actually not too far. There's a place not too far from me, so it's made that my BJJ buds recommended. Made the decision easy. Easy decision.
All right. Are you going to need surgery?
No, I don't think. Well,
and if you have a broken back, do you think it'll make you more humble?
That's what I've heard happens.
Well, I know I have a herniated disc in my lower back. I think that might be partially it, and I might just need physical therapy. But I have gone to an orthopedic doctor previously to check out my butt, and they've offered surgery as an option. It wasn't required, but it seems just too invasive and intense. First off, they have to put me down. With like anesthesia.
Yeah,
Who is this doctor?
They got to knock me out with some anesthesia.
Dr. Kevorkian.
And essentially, they, suck out all the blood out of my butt because it's dried blood in there, and kind of like glue it up. And then they'd have to keep a tube in my butt to keep sucking out any excess blood that would show up until the glue kind of, dries out. In very basic terms, I'm speaking, obviously. It's not like actual
Have they
glue,
not done this already? Or you've gotten it drained, but that was just
I've
with
gotten
a needle,
it drained,
I guess?
but yes, I've got it aspirated with just a needle. But this would be a more invasive procedure, and I would be monitored. But then I'd have to like stay overnight and have all these tubes in me, and I'm like, it doesn't bother me that much. And the worst part about it would be there would be a giant scar. My beautiful butt would be tainted.
But nobody
with the
sees
scar.
you from that angle.
How dare you? How dare you? Nobody sees me from that angle. You don't see me from that angle, Sid. There are plenty of men that see me from that angle, Sid. All the men at the bathhouse will be like, what's with that dude's scar? Yeah. And I'd have to be like, oh, guys, please don't judge me by my booty scar.
Just get a tattoo around it that says my eyes are up here.
That's going to be my R&B song. Don't judge me by my booty scar.
That's your lip gloss flavor.
Judge me by my booty scar.
Oh, wow.
Judge me by what's up here.
Yeah.
My asshole is quite tight. You're damn right it is. I wanted to play this video of these women that are stealing my bit, trying to steal my bit. I'll let the video explain.
Battery charger.
Sarah Colwell from Plymouth in England is a dead-set Pom who now sounds like she's from Shanghai.
It wasn't until I was in the ambulance on the way to the hospital she actually said, are you aware of the way you're speaking? And I said, oh, I sound like I have a slur. And she said, no, you sound like you can work at a Chinese restaurant.
Cindy Hastings is fourth-generation Australian. She's never been to Europe, but you'd swear she was born there, such as her thick Eastern European accent.
Where do you think she is from?
I would say probably Croatia or...
Okay.
Croatia?
It's interesting that you perceive it that way, because I'm actually Australian.
Oh, okay.
I'm born in Sydney and Australia all my life.
Oh, wow.
Another English woman, Kay Russell, sounds like she's just flown in from Paris.
Kay, do the locals here in your village accept you as a French person or as an English woman?
They have asked on many occasions.
No.
This woman is...
She's Adam Sandler in The Waterboy.
I started sounding total different when I heard my
Occasions. Difference.
We gotta get some of that pepper.
This was the moment where I'm like, she's doing my bit. She's doing my bit.
Come on, this is not
started
serious,
sounding
right?
total different when I heard my speech, and the speech process in my head was total different. You learn to live with it. You learn to adapt, but it's not easy, and it never is. It's the same every day.
Cash.
Crash.
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 Crashed.
Crash.
Dr. Nick Miller from England's Newcastle
Dr. Nick,
University
that's the
says
problem.
his patients don't actually speak with foreign accents.
Don't actually
it just
speak.
sounds that way.
You wish to know all about my grandfather.
the listener hears a foreign accent. So because, for instance, you might add to everything. I want a cup of tea, please. And couple that with changes to the rhythm in your speech, it might remind, oh, that sounds Italian to me. Or you can't pronounce the word or the sound "w" anymore. So instead of
this guy has
water,
the
you
most
say
English teeth in
water
history.
or vase, the water vase.
He looks like if Michael Caine fucked a
in the
horse.
glass or something like that. And so, sounds a bit German to me.
You're saying these people have a speech disorder, which happens to sound in the ear of the listener like a foreign accent.
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head there.
See, I just have a speech disorder, guys.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think this is these people are just so dedicated to their shitty impressions.
Yeah.
They don't want to give up and they don't want to get canceled. So now they're saying they have a doctor's note to do a Chinese impression.
Oh, that's what I need to get.
Yeah.
That's these women they're all clearly like this is like a mental illness, right? There's no like actual speech pathology happening here.
Yeah, like they didn't say like did some traumatic event cause this, or they just woke up one day like.
I think they woke up one day wanting to be different from their boring ass suburban lives and just started talking in a bad Chinese accent.
I could see that.
Although the Chinese one was the closest to being accurate, I would say.
Yeah, the French one, she sounded like half French and half normal, like she'd go in and out.
Yeah, well, the Chinese one, I could see how that's like a slur, but like a speech impediment. I mean,
I know what you mean. Well, it is a slur too. The interviewer, I thought, was on the racist side too, because it's like, well, people think you sound. Do the French people accept you as a French person? And what? Who cares if
Except I live here. What? They're gonna kick me out for having an accent? Jesus.
Yeah, people who speak French live in Australia. I mean, it's not like it doesn't. If you live there, you're Australian.
That would be funny though, if she lives in this town in Wales and they're like, "Oh, so you're French?" No, I was born here. Well, then get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Only if you're French can you stay here. If that's what you sound like and you're from here, get the fuck out.
Yeah, why would we want you here if you're from here? That's ridiculous.
The other thing is when the woman said she was like, they asked her, "Oh, she sounds like she's from Croatia." She says, "No, actually, I'm Australian." Like, okay, so someone from Croatia can't live in Australia?
Yeah.
It's like this inherent racism that's in these women's minds that makes me think that they are racist and just want to do these shitty accents.
They got them on TV, so there you go.
Is this like 60 Minutes Wales, Australia or something? Like,
yeah. Yeah. It's from the Australian affiliate.
So anyone who started listening in the last 2 years, I don't really think it's Wales, Australia. It's a show meme.
You seem pretty confident about it.
Yeah. Put it on me. Good job.
Another friend of the show. Well, not so much friend of the show. Meme of the show, let's say.
Frenemy?
Gene Simmons in the news.
I'm never leaving.
He got the key to the city of Niagara Falls. I don't know. Like when I think Niagara Falls, I think Gene Simmons. And there's now a Gene Simmons Boulevard.
No.
Is that not how you pronounce it? I just have a speech impediment.
I mean, that's how
Boulevard.
That's pretty good. Yes, one of the 7 streets in Niagara Falls is named after me. 14% of the streets are Gene Simmons.
There's a little video. Should we watch him give his speech?
Oh, boy, sure.
By the way, no Palestinians on my street, please.
Yeah, there's a checkpoint at both sides of the street.
Does Gene Simmons have strong Gaza takes? Is this a thing?
I mean, I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure.
Being Israeli, I assume I can tell where he stands. But you're right, Sid, in that I don't think I've seen too many headlines. Doesn't mean he's not talking about it, but maybe the media is just not covering it.
Well, now that I think about it, Palestinians have money. He might.
Do they?
I mean, in America they do.
I guess
he might.
They don't have arenas in Palestine where they could play though. So
and they need to send home kiss coffins. So maybe he wants.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh no!
Or he wouldn't donate. Maybe he'd sell them at cost.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you, crazy? Get out of here with that.
I mean, not cost. Maybe like a 10% coupon.
Okay,
like not
yeah.
cost. Even.
Buy
Full
one.
price. I'll
one.
send one of my used Toluses.
I'll mark it. I'll mark up the price 10% and then offer 10% off coupons. That's what I'll do.
I will pose with your son's dead corpse on Cameo.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
And it is. It's a world famous, iconic.
I have to say, I don't know what it is, but I love watching old celebrities using cell phones. Like just this few seconds of Gene Simmons.
Is that Paul Stanley next to him? What is 100%?
That is not Paul Stanley.
Looks like Snyder.
What is that?
I don't know who that is.
He looks like one of the zombies of the week on The Walking Dead.
All of the
Gene Simmons mini-me.
Like all of these people in the background look like AI versions of celebrities. Like, like they're just slightly off celebrities. Like who are these people?
There's Bruce Willis to the right there.
And like twink Zac Efron up front over here. But just first of all, Gene Simmons looks phenomenal in a velour button down. It looks pretty comfortable, I will say. His wig is looking fantastic.
He's living his life.
He's got snakeskin boots or maybe sneakers. I don't even
loafers.
It looks like there's laces. Oh, maybe loafers. You're probably right. So
now, what does Gene Simmons have to do with Niagara Falls?
I don't understand at all.
Did he have a shul there that he went to or something?
Someone saw his testicles at the gym and immediately thought of Niagara Falls.
Yeah, going over the falls and killing themselves.
Man, I just love look at this power stance Gene has right now shooting. The way his hips are a little pushed
He looks
out.
like he looks like a Karen that saw some black kids selling lemonade on the highway.
Actually, Rob, he's not filming. He's watching a BJJ tournament.
That guy next to him is looking over his shoulder to see what the Craig Jones tournament is doing.
Love it. Oh, that's great.
Wow, that's quite a chokehold. I see that they know their judo well.
And so we're happy today to also invite to our iconic location an iconic entertainer.
He's putting this guy's bald spot on his Instagram.
Yeah, he looks so suspicious. Like they're not really going to give me the key. This is a prank show, right? I'm filming all of this for my lawyers.
I'm making sure that no one makes a mockery of Gene Simmons.
For so many people has brought fun, excitement, entertainment.
This is Mr.
Good
Excitement.
music.
Forgot the music. Sorry. Very forgettable in my defense.
No, I love it. Everyone breaks for that good music. And that's right, music. It's not just money that he brings to the city.
Yeah. It'd be funny if he just went like music. I thought this was the coffin guy. Oh, he makes music. It must be great.
It's not as though the city of Niagara Falls could ever overwhelm anyone that comes here. And certainly when Gene was down in the Falls, I know that he enjoyed
I don't know
every
who's this
moment
band. Maybe it's a
of
solo
seeing the beauty
band.
that is our Niagara Falls.
I gotta say, I like
So what we
Peter
wanna do
Gammons
today
better on Baseball Tonight.
You're flattering Peter Gammons.
What was this? What was this little twirl
This guy-
that Gene does?
He's giving me a Dave Foley.
Oh, I could see it.
Oh yeah.
Who's this George Santos looking fellow? At the end?
Falls. And so what we want to do today is just a
F.
couple
Murray
of things.
Abraham /
I
Stanley
not only
Tucci.
have Gene here.
What
but we
happened
also
there? The
have,
reason Gene took a step back is because he had to fart and he didn't want to get it on mic.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'll just fart at my roadie.
Yeah.
band with him. And so we welcomed them as well to Niagara Falls.
Oh yeah, see, that's his band.
Had a little bit too much apricot hummus last night.
I'm also joined by Mayor Austin Tylek, the city of North Tonawanda.
That's the mayor of North Tonawanda?
Wow.
Wait, not alumni. I thought I was in Niagara Falls, you fucking liars.
I'm blown away that there's someone on stage with more Botox than Gene Simmons. This Tyler guy. Look at him. His forehead is barely moved when he smiled. Did you see that? Look, there's no creases. No creases while he's smiling.
You were right on point with the twink Zac Efron.
Yeah. How old is this dude?
I've seen the
Mayor
documentation.
Tyler and I are going to be able to do something today that I think we hope means as much to Gene and the band as he means
And he is
to
North
our,
Tonowanda's first
communities.
openly gay mayor.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, it
Keep that
didn't require a huge
You didn't need
investigation
to look
for
that up.
Yeah, didn't have to look that up at all. This guy's giving some serious bottom energy. And
Wait a minute. So I'm on his LinkedIn page right now. Graphic designer, architectural designer, design consultant, then mayor.
Wow. Step down.
What?
Mayor, not even mayor of New York City, mayor of fucking Wakanda. Who the fuck is it? Why?
How does that happen?
Gotta hit this guy up.
Was he just like doing the interior decorating for the Capitol? And they're like, hey, do you want to run this place while you're here? Feng shui.
Now that I know that he's gay, it explains why he doesn't know something very gauche like Kiss. Well, he didn't know that he made music.
It's a little camp.
That's fair.
Well, no, the guy on the left is the gay one.
Yeah, this guy.
Is the
Zac
gay
Efron's
one,
the
not
gay
the
one.
whoever. I think the guy talking is the Niagara Falls mayor.
Oh, I thought that guy was the mayor of both, and he's like the,
No.
the interior
The
design
twink.
guy.
The twink is the designer / mayor of North
Gene's very
Tonawanda.
confused, like I am. What city am I in again?
He had to put his phone down. He's done.
The Riviera Theater tomorrow
We're holding it just in
will
case.
be the site for Gene Simmons and the band to be performing.
Can you look
a
up the cap
charity
on the
concert.
Riviera Theater? Like 500 people, I
It's still
bet.
available.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What's
look,
the gaydar on this
let him
guy?
get out there. Go see him. You'll enjoy it, I'm sure.
2,500.
Okay, not bad. I could see this this mayor showing up at a bathhouse while his
Yeah.
wife's out of town.
Oh,
you
no.
think he's undercover?
Yeah, I
You
could
think
see
him and the other mayor are fucking?
I mean, look at the way the other mayor's looking
Yeah.
at him. So
32
wistfully.
years old is baby mayor's age.
Oh, okay.
He's like this.
32.
This
No wonder
off-
he has the
This
Botox.
office can be yours, kid. Play your card.
Preventative Botox. He wants to maintain his twig powers as long as possible.
I've heard that's a thing. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, not
It's
getting
absolutely a thing.
getting it before the wrinkles.
I went to this dance party, a daytime dance party with the gays, and I was blown away at how many young people had not just Botox, but lip fillers. Males, young men with lip fillers. So disgusting. To be clear, in general, I'm not a fan of lip fillers. I just think they're so obvious and just, to me, they scream insecurity rather than beauty. You know, I am judgmental. I agree. It's something I'm very judgmental about, and I try to be a little nicer about it, but I just can't help my natural feelings.
So where lip filler is just an injection, right?
Yes, as is Botox.
Does anyone do that but to their butthole?
Yes.
Really?
But yes, they're butt lifts. They're called BBLs. Brazilian butt
Well,
lifts.
no. I'm saying literally on the hole.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just to make a more, like a larger, more succulent.
I do believe that. I do believe people do it for tightness. Yes. I do believe there's some kind of injection for tightness. Yes.
Because if you told me you accidentally bit a butthole that had been given fillers, then it would make more sense because it just protrudes more.
Imagine you bite an injected butthole and a bunch of snakes pop out. Can of peanut brittle.
So, in order for us to really celebrate this event, we also wanted to make sure that Gene understood how much we appreciate him and we appreciate what he's
Thank
doing.
you.
for
Who are you
Madison
again?
County. We also appreciate the impact he's had on so many of us. So as he came down Gene Simmons Boulevard, say that again.
What a
Oh,
car.
he has to tape
came
it.
down Gene Simmons Boulevard.
Hold on, I just noticed. Of course, he has a Kiss iPhone case.
Oh yeah, I mean,
duh.
Yeah.
Right
Is
now,
it
we
booty
want
hole
him to
brown,
know
the
how much
color?
he means to us. So as you come down Gene Simmons Boulevard, you get it? Yeah.
Rob, could you pause for a second right now?
Please.
Look at the crotch of baby Mayor. Now,
Whoa!
Is that
Hey
a cock
now!
outline? Is that a cock outline, or does he just have something in his pocket? Now it looks like on the one side there's like a phone in there, but on the other side, yes.
Yeah,
What is
this
that?
is. I see what you're saying.
Is that
I
the
see what you're
pipe?
saying completely. Now, this
Oh
could
my
just
God.
be creases and shadows, and this is like his wallet. Like this square is his.
Or
wallet.
he's
Can you see my
that
mouse?
hard looking at.
Or
the
he's
Niagara
that
Falls
hard.
Mayor.
I mean, look, Sid, you're looking
Listen.
in all the right places.
When you're the
You
mayor of
do-
Pacaquanda, you want to become the mayor of Niagara Falls.
That's right.
Sid, you would do very well on the VPL subreddits, the visible penis line subreddits.
That is a political chub. He wants to move up. He doesn't want the butthole. He wants to
That's an
move up as well.
aspirational erection.
Yes.
Aspirational.
Ambition in his pocket.
To be able,
Let's see
with
if he
all
adjusts.
of you with us, to make a special presentation to
pathetic.
Gene Simmons. I'm going to
I'm
turn
voting
it
for
over
Wally.
to Mayor
Yeah.
Tylek,
When he shifted,
so
you could
that,
see
he
it.
can say a few words before we make
more
a
Here we go. He's
reflection.
gonna
presentation.
talk. All right, Rob, pause before he says
Good
anything. Pause.
afternoon.
God damn it! I was gonna
Damn.
say what kind of.
I
voice.
assumed he would have a little lispier of a voice, so
Well,
definitely
he
a
was-
lower register than I expected.
Let him get going. We heard 3 words.
Little energy for Gene Simmons.
Okay, there we go. A little energy for Gene Simmons. Let's go.
Let's go, bitch.
Legend. Thank you again to Mayor Rustino. You guys got a great mayor. Let's give it up for Mayor Rustino. Come on.
Come on. Oh, they
We
fucked.
couldn't be more excited. I was talking to the mayor here, and I'm like, oh, you're giving him a road? You must be jealous because he's coming to North Tonawanda for a wedding.
Honestly, he kind of has Karen energy himself. He has like a shopping at Marshall's energy. Like, there's so many discounts. There's so many great deals. I can't just stop shopping. Like, let's go to Ross next.
Wonderful show tomorrow, right? The Rib is doing great things. We're excited for tomorrow's show. It's going to be huge.
This
Who's going
video is
there
so
tomorrow?
good. It's
Raise
such a
your hand.
gift.
I would imagine most. That's right. So we'll all see you there. Again, we just want to thank Gene Simmons, his entire band. They're extremely friendly. They're
Imagine
wonderful
Gene Simmons
people.
is in
And
a video, and he's only like the 4th quirkiest, most interesting person.
Yeah,
Is that Maynard Keenan over the mayor's shoulder? Who's that? Right there, yeah.
David Paymer on the left.
And that's Howard Stern, Howard Stern impressionist, right there.
Ooh, Robin. Whoa, I'm here with Gene Simmons. Ooh.
His bit is that he's Howard Stern if Howard Stern was normal height.
Or Gene made him stand in a trench. I will not allow you to be taller than me.
That's believable.
And look at this. Come on. Should bring her up, Gene, right? But thank you again, everyone.
Did
And
a 60-year-old woman just take her tits out? Is that what happened?
Just a few things you want to say to these folks
Hubba, hubba.
before we go through this?
Oh, dear.
You know, the thing that you wind up learning when you tour the world and when you meet people is that cities are wonderful and the buildings are nice, but there's nothing that a city can offer other than people. And it's the people that make
Except for a street with
anything
my name on it.
enjoyable. You can throw a party with lots of potato chips and everything else, but
Potato chips.
unless you've got people you want to be around, it's going to be a miserable party. And I want to
And
say
that's
something
why
from
Peter
my
Chris
heart.
is not invited to
The very
this.
first time
And when I say potato chips, I mean Primo Coke.
came to the area of Niagara Falls, and Buffalo,
That's my code word.
before any of you were born, a long time ago, over 50 years ago, I do recall the different vibe, the different tone. People were actually caring and reached out. Oh, how are you? Nice to see you in New York. You say, hey, you looking at me? What are you doing? You know the New York alphabet? Fucking A, fucking B. I want to tell you that the
Oh,
graciousness
baby mayor,
and
very
the
uncomfortable
welcoming
with the profanity.
of you fine folks means everything.
You don't
to me,
hear
and
that
I
at
feel like
Marshall's.
I'm coming home in some way. This is close to my heart, and I very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Baby mayor's boner is long gone now.
By the way, Twink Mayor, I'm not gay, but I have been known to swing in several directions. Here's my number. My hotel room key.
Baby Mayor, you sure know how to. It looks like you really know how to service someone with that mouth. And for me, a mouth is a mouth. So come on down to Gene Simmons' penthouse.
Yeah,
Is that
here's
a
a
kiss-
discount code for Kiss Poppers.
Is that a Kiss branded Pez dispenser in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Kiss poppers. Oh my God. I could totally see it too.
He's already popping something.
Oh my God. Is Gene just going to walk away now? He's walking back to the bus at this point?
I'm done. That was all I was
Good,
saying.
right?
Can't be bothered.
What am I going to do with this key?
I could think of a few useful uses with this twink standing next to me.
What is happening?
What's going on?
Put the mic on, dummies.
And now, both Mayor Tylek and I
Love how he's
would
presenting
like
the
to
key.
present Gene Simmons keys to
I
our
just want to point out that he started presenting it, and then he was like, wait, no, this is too gay. I got to be a little more masked. Look at his body language.
And now,
It's like a craft presentation at Five Below.
Tylek,
Too gay. Let me. There we go. Like this.
Butch it up a
Gene
little.
Simmons, keys to our respective cities. I'm going to let the mayor read. He has a little plaque on his, so here, go right ahead. So on behalf of the city of North Tonawanda and Gene, this is our first key ever that we've given out during my administration.
Oh.
Gene Simmons, thank you for keeping the arts alive at the Riviera Theater in
The
North
arts.
Tonawanda, New York, 2024.
When I think of the arts, I think of Gene Simmons' solo band. Not even
Yeah.
Kiss, his solo band.
When I think of Alive, I think of Gene Simmons.
In addition,
Fuck out of here.
And Gene, here's a bill from all the noise complaints from our open air stadium.
Oh my God. Could you imagine an open air stadium in Niagara Falls? Everyone dead of hypothermia immediately on site.
oh yeah.
Oh, boy.
Look at that.
You almost
sign.
whacked the
Let's show
twink with
off.
it.
Come on. Can't wait. People are going to be speeding down that boulevard, aren't they?
To get out of town, get away from Gene.
Hold up, Gene, so you get some shots. I'd like to say the following. Oh yeah!
Did you guys hear me? I said, oh, yeah. So turn around.
Like Paulie Walnut. Did you hear me, T? I said, oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Choked up at just the narcissism. What?
The bottle caps do make a lot of money, and yes, we do help people, yes.
So when is this
And
crowd
thank you for- I'll give you
participation? What are we
$5
doing?
later.
Someone
We told her to
arrest
shut
this
the
woman.
fuck up.
Arrest this woman immediately. What kind of a police force do you have?
Have you and I ever
Oh no!
once?
I'll do that favor. He made this for you after bottle caps.
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
Oh my God.
Of course, come on up. There's only two
The
mayors.
Niagara Falls mayor looks so fucking irritated right now. Like, oh, this lady
Don't
again.
get in trouble now.
Where's Shannon Tweed to come out and beat
Yeah,
broadside?
I'm
this
dying
guy?
to see what this woman
You think
looks
fucking
like.
Shannon Tweed is driving out to Niagara Falls for this shit? She hasn't
That's
seen
why-
Gene in 8 months.
That's why he knows he can flirt with this woman.
Yes.
You're
By all
the
means.
sweetest. Oh, that's amazing.
Wow, look at this
watching
guy
this now.
behind Gene
These are
right now.
bottle caps
He looks like one of the members of NSYNC today.
of our soda.
What is that?
What the fuck is that?
Oh, you're very kind.
Zoom out! I want to see what this woman looks like, cameraman.
Fucking
Zoom it.
Georgia O'Keeffe painting. What the fuck was that vagina that he held up?
4:30.
I love that he doesn't even hand the mic to her to talk. He's like, no, it's my mic. Oh, that's what she looks
God.
like.
Hello.
That's why I'm here.
Very sexy. She looks like Newman from Seinfeld.
The head she could give when she takes the false tooth out, though.
Oh,
I got tongue
nothing
tied
like a good gum job.
Yeah.
because you have no idea what it means to me to come here as an 8-year-old immigrant to the United States legally.
Yeah, here we go.
Legal, he says.
Oh, thank
And
goodness.
to see the America that I heard about the American dream, come into full bloom.
Legal American
in
dream.
my life.
Yes.
Every year has been just the most astonishing journey. You cannot imagine.
You cannot imagine it because you're not a big star, as I am.
You know, it's like
The
people
named
are
street
watching
named after you.
big, the bungee jumpers and everything. You have no idea what the view is from being in the bungee, going up and down like that. So my
What
life
the fuck
has
is he
been
talking about?
beyond anything.
God knows.
And the only thing, getting choked up.
Oh boy.
And the only way I can think about it is the people of America. That's the American dream. It always comes down to the people. Nowhere else on earth. Magic happens here. You find
Shut
it
up.
here. It was invented here. You talk on the phone. It's invented here. 24-hour line, supermarkets, whatever you want.
What?
Invented.
We got it.
Oh, Jesus
God bless
Christ.
America. Thank you.
We got it. Wrap it up.
Vanity
No,
coffins.
I think she was saying whatever you want. We got it.
I know.
Oh.
I was trying to like twist it into shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And please. And please. Sure, okay.
The American dream is great. Now arrest anyone trying to come here and get it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, that was a fun journey.
Wow.
I support any border camps on the Canadian border built on my street, Gene Simmons Boulevard. Arrest all of them.
I wonder if there's one of those Rockin' Brews in Niagara Falls.
I would think.
One of his
Yeah.
restaurants. Probably, right? That's why they're doing this.
He's not going to a town if there's not profit to be made. And if there isn't one, he should build one on Gene Simmons Boulevard. Like, get on that, buddy.
Come in and get our shawarma frittata with one of my disgusting wig hairs in it.
Oh my God! Wow. No hair nets on premises.
From my lace netting wig that I wear everywhere.
So gross.
The Gene Simmons lattice frittata.
Oh God.
Oh my God. So I want to read this quote. It's so insane.
Let's hear it.
It's from the MC. We're so honored. I'm so honored to be a part of the celebration on this beautiful day. What a beautiful backdrop we have, and what a beautiful place Niagara Falls is. Niagara Falls rocks, and we're so glad that you're with us. We're so proud to have we're so proud to have a worldwide icon like Gene Simmons with us, and Moneybag Sodas, of all great things that they're doing. What?
What is that?
Turns out, well, Moneybag is Gene Simmons' brand. Like, I remember his label was Moneybag Records.
Really? Oh,
yeah,
my God.
it's like his goof. So now I guess he has a line of soda, Moneybag, because he's not going to do beer because he's straight edge.
He is?
Simmons. Yeah, he doesn't drink or do drugs. His vice is women. That was always his line. So he has a line of sodas.
What are the flavors? Booty hole brown?
Yeah,
Is that one of the
gonorrhea.
root beer? Is booty hole-
Yeah, there's gonorrhea green. No, it's root beer, ginger ale, cream soda, what I assume is orange soda, cola, and Diet Cola.
No discharged lemon lime soda.
Yeah. So he just bought like a Boylan's shipment and put different labels on it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look, I guess you can get it at 7-Eleven.
Oh,
Wow, you
mayor.
did I can't believe. Imagine doing pulling up to a meet and greet at 7-11.
Oh my God.
God.
And
When
people
the,
actually showed up.
When this event is over, he's like, I told you to get us Chappelle Roan. You get me fucking 73-year-old Gene Simmons?
I think it's Chapel Road, Darren.
No, are you sure?
It's Chapel Roan.
I always thought it was Chapel, and then I looked it up online to make sure I was saying it right. I saw Chappelle.
Oh, really?
Maybe
I've
that
only
was
ever heard Chapel.
No,
maybe
it's
that was
it's
bad.
Chapel Road.
Maybe that was bad information on the internet.
You can't trust everything you read on the internet. Next time I'm at a 7-Eleven, I'm going to be curious. First of all, I bet, this soda is going to cost like $5 more than a regular soda, too.
Gross. Gross.
Man, he'll just fucking put his name on anything.
Any wig hairs in it?
That's what gives it that cola flavor, the wig hair. Anyway.
Yuck.
Anyway. Well, I guess let's talk about our Spotify picks. Yeah. Each week we each pick a song, drop it on a Spotify playlist. You can look it up. It's the RIP Livecast music break. And we got 2 full days of music on there. It's insane. It's 716 songs, 47 hours, 48 minutes. My first song, I heard this song on the beach, actually. I went to the beach yesterday, and as soon as I got out of the water, I got a text from Sid saying that the city recommended not swimming because the water is contaminated.
Oopsie.
Oops. But I made it out alive. I'm not sick right now, so that's good. But oh, hold on. No, I'm feeling all right. But there was this older couple, and they brought a speaker. And people with music, it's hit and miss. Usually it's a miss. Usually I'm just like, man, this is the worst music that they're blasting. But they were blasting really, really great old school disco. And it was one of those things where I was looking around and I started to notice like everyone was bopping their heads. Like you just couldn't help but like, oh, this is a funky beat. And
that's a drop.
This is a funky beat. In fact, the song that I picked, it's the BB&Q band, the Brooklyn, Bronx, and Queens band, and the song is called On the Beat.
All right.
I guess this is an 80s.
So you Shazammed what they were playing?
Yeah, I Shazammed what they were playing because I was so into it. It was putting me in such a great mood. Like, this is awesome. What the fuck song is this?
Like, this is worth getting covered in feces.
Yeah, yeah, totally. And
Booty hole brown.
That water's booty hole brown.
Yeah.
So that's my pick. It's a very, very fun, funky song. It's a post-disco because it was released in the 80s. So that's cool. But it's fun. That's my pick. Sid, what did you pick?
AFI is a band that apparently...
A fire inside to some.
Yes, that's true. They apparently still exist, and they're on tour, and they played New York this week. I, of course, did not go. But a friend of mine went, and it made me think back to when I actually liked AFI, which turns out was 25 years ago. In my mind, they're still like a newish band, but they've been around for like 30 fucking years. I'm so fucking old. It's so depressing. But anyways, The Art of Drowning is my favorite AFI album. It came out in 2000. I picked my favorite song from that album, 6 to 8. It's a great song. They were less gothy then. They were just like a good melodic, hardcore-y kind of band. Yeah. And it's a really, really good song. Darren?
We were talking about the WWF wrestling album last week, so I went and listened to it, and I picked one of the best songs on there, which is the Jimmy Hart classic "Eat Your Heart Out," Rick Springfield, in which Jimmy Hart's girlfriend goes to a Rick Springfield concert, and he says, "Fuck you, Rick Springfield. She's still my girlfriend."
Well, it's Jesse's girl, not Jimmy's girl. I don't know why he was being so possessive.
Well, he mentions Jesse's girl in the lyrics, like, if I could put my hands on you, Jesse's girl, my girl, everybody's girl. It's a little bit incoherent, but it's a good song.
There's a lot of cocaine in the recording studio. It's to be expected. Nice.
And, we're winding down our episode, but if you want yourself a little more livecast in your life, or if you want to just show support, give us a little tipski for all the ha-has and the hee-hees that we bring you. You can, of course, contribute to our Patreon, patreon.com/RIPALivecast. $5 a month. It gets you access to a weekly television column from Sid. You get Sid's weekly television recommendations. Mm-hmm. And you get 2 bonus episodes every month. We just posted an episode 10 days ago where we watch a movie that you will not find anywhere else. The 1991 Bill Maher vehicle, Pizza Man. which is surprisingly more political than you assume. And the twist here even blew our minds.
Yes, it really did.
It's difficult. Like, you'd be hard pressed to make a worse movie than this, provided you spent the money that they spent and had to spend all of it. It would be very hard to make. This is like the perfect storm of bad movie making.
Yeah. It was like a cheap 90s porno, but without fucking.
Yes.
Basically.
But like with explosions and stuff.
I mean, for all we know, it could have been intended to be a porno, and then Bill Maher showed up, and all the other actors like, nope, we're not fucking if he's involved. Nope.
Yeah.
This is going to be a regular movie now.
A porno with 0 attractive people in it.
Well, the female lead was all right. What's her name? Annabeth Gurwitch, something like that.
She's okay.
Yeah.
Not porn quality.
Fair. I mean, I guess it depends. Amateur.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, all right. 80s porn quality.
Yeah.
A lot of weird looking people can upload their shit now.
Yeah, it's true.
Some other episode. You have access to our full archives of bonus episodes, including we did a watch along of Hogan Knows Best. We did a watch along of
Judge Steve Harvey.
We did a watch along of the new Danzig movie, which, woo, folks,
still better than Pizza Man.
And also, that's another movie you won't really find anywhere else because he's too fucking embarrassed to release it.
Is that why? I mean, I don't think.
I assume.
He
I don't
probably
know.
loves his own movie, but no one else does.
There's a ton of great episodes. We also play this game, Hypotheticals, where we are pitched these scenarios written by Chuck Klosterman, and we have to decide which one we would pursue. It's a fun party game that we play. Lots of great episodes, lots of fun discussions. We did essentially a whole Hall of Fame induction of Cosmo, the Queen of Melrose, which we have to check in with her. Maybe next week we'll check in with her again. It's been a while. Patreon.com/RIP Livecast. $10, you get to be a top Livecast fan of the week. You get a shout out at the end of the show, which is right now. I don't know how we're doing this, folks.
I would say either each one of these gets a different Rob accent, or each one of these gets a different Sexxy Redd lip gloss flavor. You can choose,
the
Robert.
We will start with the Eric. Benjamin. Dan. I don't know how to do an accent with that.
All right. Now you're a snake? What was
Orlando Danks. Look right.
I love that Rob has to do fake accents, but he doesn't want to do any that are like inappropriate to do nowadays. Right. So he's got to like do the thought process first of which ones are allowed.
Jamaican. Go to Jamaica.
Oh no.
Oh, Corey and Scotty H.
That's a good one. That's an edgy one. Good job.
Erwin. Then we have this is hard.
Jamaica.
This is.
Darren, do you want to do this one in the appropriate voice for it?
What is it?
It's number the new 9. One.
Okay, stand by.
Rob, why don't you do the other 3 and then you can loop back?
And then we have Doug O.S. Who are you, Robinson?
Oh my God, Rob! No.
then we have John Der, Randy Blade, and then
Rob gave drunk guy a hinky.
All right, that's our show. I apologize for my poor accents. My boyfriend's half Korean, if that helps.
Oh, you just made it worse.
It 1/4 helps. But that was Chinese anyway. That wasn't Korean. They don't like each other, do they?
How dare you? I think it's the Japanese that they don't like.
I think there's like racial tension between all 3 of them.
That's fair.
I thought.
That's fair.
The Koreans probably sit there and mock the Chinese accent worse than you do.
Rob, you'll have to report back to us.
Yeah, I'll have to ask his mom.
Get some recordings.
I'll have to ask his mom to do a Chinese accent.
I should launch right into that shit. We should get her on the line and do these shout-outs.
Oh my God.
All right, folks, that's our show. Until next week, we love you. We kiss you. Bye-bye.